Hey, this is my first death battle video ever. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect here. But I'm down for it. Yeah, Yuju, Yuji against Denji. And my prediction is, I don't know. I think Yuji wins. I'm always right, so that's how it goes probably. But yeah, let's go straight into it. Let's see.
Your prayers.
Oh, okay, we go straight into it.
Yuji versus Denji.
Yes.
Battle of Sukuna versus the Chainsaw Man.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Okay. I'm down for it.
Yuji Itadori was one thing, he was strong. As his grandfather lay dying, he made Yuji promise to help others and not to die alone.
A promise Yuji would keep by joining Jujutsu High, a school for up-and-coming sorcerers training to rid the world of curses.
Essentially monsters manifested by humanity's fears, hatreds, and anxieties.
Just one problem for Yuji.
And he's
Unlike everybody
83 years
he didn't
old.
have a magical curse technique. Oh
Really?
no, he had something way worse.
After consuming a cursed finger, like a
Oh,
literal finger,
yeah.
Yuji became possessed by its original owner, the king of curses, Ryomen Sukuna, the most powerful sorcerer in history.
Yeah.
Yuji's willpower was the only thing holding Sukuna back from controlling his body, killing everything in sight, and taking over the
Sukuna
world.
is way
He
stronger
got to
than
know his
Denji, right? I
silly
mean,
roommate, and perhaps one day he would show him a kinder, gentler path.
A classic shonen hero's journey if I've ever heard one. Yuji would track down and nosh on the rest of Sukuna's cursed fingers before
Yeah.
they caused any more trouble.
Fulfilling his late
So
grandfather's
does
wish to
Sukuna
use his strength
also
in service
count
of others,
in this battle?
surrounded by friends.
Helps that he's getting a first-rate education from the strongest sorcerer alive today.
because he is in his
Gojo.
body.
Gojo would teach Yuji to harness and manipulate the absolutely absurd amount of cursed
Or
energy
not.
he inherited from Sukuna.
Cursed energy is basically like evil ki, and Yuji can use it to see invisible curses and enhance his already superhuman strength and martial arts skills he learned from his gramps, making him a monster in close quarters combat.
Yuji
Yeah.
knows Taido, a Japanese martial art derived from Okinawan karate.
Oh, okay.
Focuses on agility and
Yeah, I
flexibility,
didn't know that.
the inclusion of spins,
Maybe I missed that,
twists,
probably.
combos, drops, rolls, and fleet footwork.
Which he combines with jujutsu techniques like Divergent Fist. Yuji strikes an enemy so fast that his cursed energy takes a second to catch up, hitting his opponent twice and messing up their rhythm.
By perfecting that timing and applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a hit, Yuji can achieve the Black Flash, increasing
Yeah.
the power of his hit by a factor of 2.5. A feat that would require reaction speeds nearly 1,000 times faster than sound.
Okay, I didn't expect it to
Impossible
be
do it
this
well. You're
detailed.
so in the zone when you pull it off that it fully restores your cursed energy and boosts your output to 120%.
Yuji's Black Flashes are so strong in particular, the author himself stated that 5 in a row would have been enough to instantly kill the special grade curse, Jogo.
Who
What?
did
Okay.
this? And this. And this.
How many has Yuji ever
That's
done in a
crazy.
row, you ask? 7.
And that's not even the nastiest thing about Yuji's punches.
Because another soul resides in his body, Yuji learned how to target the soul itself. Doing
Oh,
damage
yeah,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
opponents
yeah,
who
that's
could
how
only
he made him
regenerate
bleed,
from his
yep.
hits.
Yeah, this pink-haired brat was a jujutsu prodigy, perfect for Gojo's dream. You see, it's lonely at the top, and Gojo wanted to train a crop of pupils powerful enough to share the burden of reforming Jujutsu society.
Until one fateful battle when Gojo was sealed away and Sukuna took
Oh,
over
yeah.
Yuji's body. Then proceeded to, well, commit that whole mass murder thing. He was
Oh yeah,
always
then
going
woke
on
him
about.
up
Turns
to
out
show him
Sukuna's evil,
what he
like,
did.
Really, totally, completely, irredeemably evil.
Oh
And
man,
it
that was so
also
messed
turns
up.
out that every twist and turn in Yuji's life was orchestrated by the body-hopping sorcerer Kenjaku in order to resurrect Sukuna and bring about the curse apocalypse.
In Yuji's eyes, something he was completely responsible for. And so, having failed his grandfather, Yuji's outlook shifted.
No longer would he fight to protect others, but to kill curses.
And after Sukuna hopped bodies into Yuji's best pal Megami, the king of curses became numero uno on Yuji's
Yo.
shit list.
Yuji's defeated powerful disaster curses like Hanami and Mahito, survived being slammed so hard he cratered the earth, and is comparable to sorcerers like Maki, who tanked getting
Yeah.
rammed through entire mountain
This
ranges.
is crazy.
Yuji also learned how to use super advanced abilities, like reverse curse technique, to heal himself from crazy damage. Like getting his torso shredded into chili. Ugh.
And in some other sorcerer's cases, even regrowing lost limbs.
Though it takes a lot of energy to regenerate blood, so after going on a cursed object feeding frenzy, he learned how to manipulate his own blood to speed up his healing, or fire it like a blood beam.
Oh.
Poisonous blood beam.
All of that combined made Yuji just tough enough to finally take on the King of Curses. Although greatly weakened after his victory against Gojo,
Rip. Literally.
Sukuna was still
No.
the de facto strongest.
Poor guy,
being alive.
man.
But after
Yeah.
hitting him with a Black Flash, Yuji actually copied Sukuna's main ability.
Gojo's plan all along.
This was Prime. With it, Yuji can slice apart any surface he touches, an enemy's flesh, the ground beneath him, even the boundary between two souls in one body. Enough hits can even cause those two souls to separate.
Like a souped up version of his normal punches.
Even better, Yuji finally gained access to the most powerful weapon in any sorcerer's arsenal, a domain expansion.
Basically a pocket dimension created by the sorcerer where their ability will hit no matter what. No contact needed. If you're trapped in Yuji's domain, you're getting sliced to ribbons.
With all his power and training and
Yeah.
rageous fury,
I mean, he's
Yuji
really
severed
strong,
his
right?
soul from Megumi's body,
My prediction is he
freeing his
wins.
friend from the demon's clutches.
What do we have to see?
Not before offering Sukuna one last chance at redemption.
Which he rejected before dying because, well, evil. Leaving Yuji to grow into one of the most fearsome sorcerers in history.
Turns out the cursed objects that Yuji consumed made him part curse and slowed his aging to a crawl, giving him decades of training and battle experience.
He's mastered blood manipulation, can pull off black flashes at will, and shredded entire cities apart with Shrine. Just
What?
like Gojo and Sukuna before him, he became
Wasn't that
the
already in the
strongest.
anime?
What actually makes someone truly strong? For Sukuna, it was the power to stand alone atop all others. But to Yuji,
Or was
it
that
the
after?
opposite.
The
After
only
that
reason he had
season?
survived as long as he had was because of the mercy and sacrifice of his friends.
So Yuji brought together friends and allies, new and old, to create a world eventually free from curses entirely, fulfilling not just Gojo's wish, but his grandfather's as well.
Because if Yuji Itadori was one thing, he
Yeah.
was strong.
Oh yeah. That's how Yuji looks
Which,
now.
if
I
there
mean,
are two truths
in the next
this
season
world,
probably.
Two universal constants, it's these. Life sucks and then you die.
Especially for the young boy,
Oh
Denji.
yeah.
Who was so poor and unlucky, he doesn't even know his last name.
With an alcoholic father
Yeah.
forever indebted to the Yakuza, and a diet consisting of whatever garbage he could get his
I
hands
think
on.
he sold
Denji
one of
had in
his
this
balls.
world was his
Oh
dog,
yeah, that's what. He,
Who happened to have
Okay,
a
I
chainsaw
just have to
sticking out
read
of
it.
his face? Really putting the tear in Terrier.
Pochita wasn't an actual dog, obviously. He was a devil. Monstrous superpowered beings literally from
Yeah.
hell that are created by and represent humanity's worst fears.
God.
In Pochita's case, literally the personification of chainsaws.
Oh, he's
Yep.
so cute.
Oh,
Who
yes.
Afraid of chainsaws?
Look at him.
They're the most versatile tool in the world. Perfect for
Man.
chopping trees, opening.
Can we have
cans,
another
securing
Chainsaw
your
Man
foes.
season?
Apparently,
Please.
Pochita had no problem with that last part as he and Denji hunted down and killed his devil brethren.
It's a tough job, but when selling your testicles won't pay off your dad's debts, it'll do.
That is, until Denji was cornered and forced to
Oh
learn
yeah,
about those
yeah.
two
That was
universal
brutal, man.
constants. Life sucks, and then you die.
Yeah, you.
Sometimes, if
you
you're
don't expect
really
that,
unlucky,
right?
There's a third option.
Born from his and
I
Pochita's
mean-
contract, a literal deal with the devil, Pochita would become one with
Yep.
Denji's body in
It
exchange
was good
for
that he's
Denji.
not dead,
live a
but
happy life.
it was
And
still
so,
okay. What the
two
fuck?
fused into a half-human, half-devil hybrid, the Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
A one-man, blood-soaked devil-slaying machine. The perfect candidate for the public safety devil hunters, led by this piece of work. With nothing controlling his
Oh.
raging teenage hormones, Denji would battle
Yep.
all of devil kind in the hopes of one day getting laid.
And he was a natural at killing, not
Eh.
getting laid.
Yeah.
As the Chainsaw Man, Denji
Yep.
can slice through just about anything and generate new chainsaws from any surface of his body.
Or swing him around on massively long chains. Oh,
Yeah,
man,
he-
that's so
and he was
cool.
pretty
It helps that
naive,
Denji
right?
is incredibly powerful, capable of lifting and throwing cars, surviving being blasted
So
through
some of the
buildings,
girls
and
just
moving way
use
faster
them,
than
right?
the eye can
More or
see.
less.
And if he happens to get torn apart by some ornery devil, no biggie, because he can regenerate from just about anything.
Denji has survived being sliced to pieces, having his head torn
Yeah.
off, being
Oh, yeah.
injected demonic stomach acid for hours, and even getting his heart ripped out.
Haven't we all?
Hey.
The man didn't regenerate his heart. Oh no, his heart regenerated a chainsaw man.
Even separating Denji and Pochita won't stop them. When Denji was stuck in this alternate dimension, he and
Yep.
Pochita still possessed a metaphysical connection.
With their
Okay, maybe
stomachs.
he
While his
wins.
healing
He's
factor
is
can be
almost
over 10,
unkillable,
all he
right?
needs to do is drink some blood and he's back to full health.
And considering that
Yeah.
chainsawing devils apart is basically an infinite blood exploit, he almost never runs out. Only limited by the violence-induced psychotic frenzy he
Oh yeah,
enters
that
in
was from the
combat.
movie. The
Well, he's
movie
not
was so
actually
good,
crazy.
man.
Denji might
God.
be, okay, definitely is an under-socialized moron led by his dick, but he's surprisingly clever in combat.
Almost always thinking
What?
outside the box and coming up with so dumb they're brilliant strategies to take on devils that should be too strong for him.
In short, Denji was the perfect soldier and was rewarded for his efforts with something that began to resemble a happy life.
Yeah.
Aki, the
Oh,
star
yeah.
older brother, Power, the bratty younger
Eh,
sister, and
Power!
Makima, his boss, and the girl of his dreams.
Such a
All
good
Denji
character.
had to do to finally score with that dead-eyed redhead was to kill the most fearsome devils in existence, like the Typhoon
God
Devil
Devil.
who created a massive hurricane, or the Bomb Devil who could blow up most of a city, or the Gun Devil who could travel around the world and kill over 1 million people in about 5 minutes.
But
What?
plot twist, he had to kill
Okay, I
Makima
didn't
too,
know that.
because she was secretly the Control Devil, one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Everything she told Denji was a
And
lie.
she can
The
control
heavy light
Denji,
creed,
that's-
the
that's-
family
that's
he made,
clear.
All of it was designed to be torn down.
All with one goal: to force Denji to break his contract with Pochita and become her servant. Order 66ing every devil she didn't like. But when Denji did
Okay.
break, Pochita took over.
Now, Pochi might look cute and cuddly, but the Chainsaw Devil is one of the strongest and scariest dudes in the universe, capable of tearing through hordes of devil hybrids.
Yo, he
like
looks
nothing.
sick here.
More than enough to give Denji
He looks
his
so buff.
opening to beat Makima by cutting her up into sashimi and eating her whole.
What?
A very similar solution to the Chainsaw Devil's most powerful ability.
Anything Pochita eats gets deleted from existence. Yeah,
Really?
like it never
Okay, I
happened
did-
in the first place. World War II, gone. AIDS, nada. Nuclear
Wait,
fighting
how
bomb,
do we
a
eat
light
World
tasty
War II?
afternoon Snack, thank you very much. Forgive me, chainsaws. I knew not your power.
He also ate the Death Devil. Yes, Denji ate death, which means
What?
no one on Earth could die.
Wait, what?
You think that's messed up? Let's talk about his next romance, Asa.
A sweet, shy, awkward girl, perhaps Denji's one true love.
Oh, that one that always
She shares
cries?
a body with Makima's sister, Yoru, the War Devil.
Who herself is in love with the greatest warmonger of them all, the United States of America.
And Yoru was determined to use her love of the USA to drown the world in a ceaseless hurricane of blood.
Denji, buddy, you ever considered maybe switching to guys or something? Because every single woman you meet has tried to
Yep.
kill you.
It was in Denji's climactic battle with the War
Yeah.
Devil that his and Pochita's bond finally matured, giving Denji full control of the Chainsaw Devil's power. A kind of Denji man, I guess.
Which he used to kick the War Devil's ass. And she was no joke. Strong enough to shoot
Okay.
Pochita from across the globe with a
And
near light
so he
speed,
defeated
2-ton bullet
Makima,
from the
that is
goddamn
crazy.
Statue of Liberty.
I didn't know
Better
that.
yet, Yoru was so powerful, she turned Oregon into a sword. Yes, the state of Oregon. Crumple the entire landmass
What?
into a blade, fly it over to Japan, and swing it at Denji. And he matched its power.
She also threw the American flag at him. The one on the moon. You know, the moon in space. In seconds. And he dodged it.
With the whole world literally falling
It's
apart,
crazy,
Pochita
okay?
realized that becoming Chainsaw Man made Denji's dream for a normal life impossible.
Something Denji was always too stubborn and selfish to realize until it was too late.
So Pochita did what any good dog would do. Eat himself and erase the Chainsaw Devil from existence, creating a new world without him and leaving Denji just Denji.
But maybe all this time, Denji was enough. Being Chainsaw Man could not save his loved ones, but being Denji could.
Because, sure, life sucks and then, yeah, you'll die. But while you're stuck
Really?
in between, chasing your dreams with your buds can help make life worth living.
Power!
All right, the battle's about to start. But first, pitch calls are back. Yep. Hey, I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick.
Yo.
We reopened Death Battle pitch calls on the Death
It's
Battle
a speak
store.
voice, right?
It's a way for you to meet with Ben and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch us your favorite matchup you always wanted to see over a video call.
That's right, a lot of the episodes we're working on right now are being made because of a pitch. But to give each pitch the time it needs, there is a limited number available.
So grab them quick before they're gone. Last time we sold out in just under an hour, which absolutely blew our minds.
Death Battle pitches are available right now on our website, deathbattle.gg. It's kind of like our own private Patreon with a bunch of extra stuff in every episode
cool.
of Death Battle ever.
And if you're a website member, you get first dibs. First it'll be available to chroniclers, then archivists, and so on. Plus, members get a pretty sweet discount on the store, so it's a big deal.
Yo,
Let's get to the
sick.
battle, but don't forget to grab your pitch at deathbattle.gg.
Let's go.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Yes.
It's time for a death battle!
Okay, let's see if my prediction is still right. Oh. Oh.
Oh no! You're fine. You're fine.
Ah, no. You're not fine.
Felt such weird cursed energy like his before. Say your prayers.
Yo.
You're a chainsaw curse?
Oh.
Oh no! I'm the hero to all! Kicker fastest, magnet to chicks! Half man, half devil!
He is fast. Oh. That's a setup.
This chainsaw instant death technique!
Yo, that looks like. Oh. Oh. Oh no, come on. That's not okay.
Batter up, pink hair, punk ass bitch!
Oh. What the? Yeah, it's. Oh, it was. Okay, okay. Just a distraction.
Wait for it.
Yep.
I realized you had two cursed energy sources in one body, so I separated them. Speaking of,
His sound effects. That is great. Whew.
domain expansion.
Oh yeah.
You messed up, baby! Hojidan are our brothers! You'll never keep us apart!
Yeah. Oh, that is so sick.
Domain expansion.
Wait, what?
Finally got you to stop moving! See? We can be smart too, huh?
Oh. Oh. He don't give a fuck. Nope. Oh.
Try it.
Yeah, but he can recover, right? If we get cut in, I don't know, a million pieces. But can you also recover in a domain expansion? I don't know. Maybe he can.
A human and a curse. Brothers. You don't see that every day.
No, really?
All right,
Denji?
Kushida. I wonder if that burger place is still open.
Wait, what?
Chaos!
What?
If
Okay.
Dory was one thing, he was strong. just not strong enough today.
Let's break this down into 4 chapters: their speed, skill, abilities, and power.
Didn't expect Denji to win, but hey, okay.
Yuji's greatest speed feat is the Black Flash. In order to apply cursed energy within 1 microsecond of a strike, Yuji would have to move and react at over 900 times the speed of sound.
Insane,
I love how
man.
detailed it
Remember
is.
that time Denji dodged that flag that Yoru summoned from the moon? You know, the one that's over 200,000 miles away?
Considering Denji's position from start to impact, all while in the midst of a fast-paced battle, this must have happened in a matter of seconds.
We'll lowball it and say 10. Though it'd probably have to be faster to use against Denji in a fight.
This means the flag must have been moving over 12% the speed of light.
Over 100 times faster than the Black Flash.
Yo, the research that goes into that is crazy, right?
But we know for a fact that in Jujutsu Kaisen, relativistic speeds are something humanity has explicitly not yet achieved.
So it's pretty clear that Denji takes speed.
However, Yuji has made a career out of going up against enemies far out of his league by relying on his skill.
And what a career it's been! He defeated the King of Curses all before he was even an adult, and he continued to train and master his jujutsu techniques for decades.
Whereas Denji, while certainly a clever, unorthodox fighter, would often get by due to his sheer stubbornness and durability more than anything else.
With Yuji's greater experience and martial arts combined, he was definitely the more skilled fighter.
What wasn't as clear-cut was who had the better abilities.
Specifically, how well they can cut each other and how well they can heal
Yeah.
from being cut. So I guess it's their cut ability.
Both could survive pretty insane wounds, though Denji's devil healing factor was superior.
The most Yuji has ever healed were some big slashes against his stomach.
And while other similarly powerful sorcerers like Gojo could regenerate lost limbs, Denji could regenerate almost all of his body from a single cord pull. That being said, Yuji's soul targeting attacks have done lasting damage against those with superior healing like Mahito.
Not just that, but literally splitting 2 souls apart. That's how he beat Sukuna, and he could potentially do the same thing to break apart Denji and Pochita.
However, it's not so simple. Sukuna was already severely weakened at the time, and it took Yuji several hits to separate him and Megumi.
And on top of that, even if Denji and Pochita were split up, we know they keep a metaphysical connection when apart. In fact, they were split up when they were fighting Makaba, and they had no problem rejoining. No reason they couldn't do it again here.
However, Denji's healing factor isn't unlimited. He'll need blood to heal eventually, and the range and speed of Yuji's slashes would force Denji to tank them to get up close.
Even if he could, Yuji's healing factor wouldn't last nearly as long against Denji's chainsaws. But then Yuji could back off, Denji chase him, and so on.
Like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object, neither had a clear edge in cut ability.
So what it ultimately came down to was power. Who could do the most damage and wear the other guy down first?
Yuji slicing apart an entire city is one of the most impressive feats in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. By measuring the clouds of dust created in his
Come on, really?
estimate he launched over 5.5 million tons of debris into the air. That kind of force is equivalent to over 3 million tons of TNT, comparable to a hydrogen bomb.
I believe you.
Unfortunately for Yuji, while he could cut apart a city, Denji was Oregon level.
The state of Oregon is the 9th largest in the Union by total area.
How much research is that? This is crazy. I just expected a silly battle to be fair, not this. Not this.
Swing from that sword would hit with an energy of over 30,000 megatons of TNT.
Which is like 10,000 hydrogen bombs. And not only did Denji survive a swing, he straight up overpowered it. That's insanely strong, but not inconsistent. Like the time Yoru fired that globe-spanning near-light-speed bullet from the Statue of Liberty.
Sure, Yuji's citywide dismantle was done casually, but so was Yoru crumpling Oregon. Yuji's dismantles would need to be 1,000,000% stronger to do significant damage to Denji.
Okay.
Denji's OP healing factor too.
Denji takes the final edge in power. All Denji needed was one good hit to finish the fight. And with his far greater speed, it was only a matter of time.
Okay, that makes sense. I always believed in Denji.
The winner is Denji, the Chainsaw Man.
Next time on
that was good. Okay, in my head, Yuji was, in my head, I was thinking, okay, maybe Yuji is fully taking over, right? But is it then still Yuji, right? It's still his body, right? So in my head, that also count, right? So maybe then he has a chance to win. I don't know, man. But hey, to be fair, I believe him. I believe him. Yeah, Denji, greatest, I don't know, character, I guess. Um, but now for real, man, we need another Chainsaw Man season. Yeah, I get it. We get the movie. Right? Oh, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, what? It was a movie. Right? Now we need another season, please. Yeah, please. Can we have another season? Please, please, please. But yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Again, this was my first time. Yeah, I watched Death Battle, and I just expect a battle, right? I mean, yeah, but this was way more than I expected. Yeah, when it comes to commentary, right? To but also to to the English is hard sometimes. I'm sorry. The way they showed us the numbers, you know what I mean, right? You're smart enough. You can see it here, right? Um, and how detailed it is, right? Yeah. I mean, yeah, he can tell me everything. I believe him here, right? Yeah, yeah. Of course, it's 5 billion tons. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense, right? Uh, dust explosion volume, right? How do we? What? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's. Yeah, of course. This is the exact number of dust explosion volume. Um, whatever. Hey, this was amazing. Yeah. Link down in the description. Hey, that was way more than I expected. Okay, I say it how it is. Yeah, Denji won. I always believed him in. Right, I was right. What can I say? Hey, have a great day, we and second about bye.